So anyways, we're super excited that you all have joined. This session is really to run through what to expect at the conference. If you have been to Move United conferences in the past, it's a pretty similar setup with a few differences. And if you have any questions throughout the session today, feel free to unmute yourself and ask or to plug something in the chat. Um, as you probably know at this point, the conference or pre-conference workshops are running April 18th to the 20th. There are a handful of those that are more in-depth certifications. And then the bulk of the conference with sessions and socials runs April 20th to the 23rd. And our host partner is Spalding Adaptive Sports Centers. Some of you may be familiar. They have a site down on Cape Cod, a site in Charlestown, Massachusetts, and then a site on the North Shore as well. So we're very excited to be working with them. Mm, my computer, one second. Okay, so on this slide, I have our three education team members listed. These are the three members that you've likely been in contact with, but I'll just introduce you so you're familiar. I introduced myself, so I won't do that again. But Jess Polar is our education manager. She'll be on site. And then Erica Johnson is our training coordinator. She will not be on site because she is getting married, which is very exciting for her. But again, you may have been in contact with her over any questions. A quick event overview. We have pre-conference workshops, again, running April 18th to the 20th. Our main conference sessions and workshops run April 21st to the 23rd, so that's Tuesday to Thursday. The exhibitor hall will run April 21st to 23rd. If you're interested in the exhibitor hall, the hours are listed in the event app and on the agenda online. We'll get to that in a minute, but you're welcome to check those out. On Tuesday and Thursday, there are exhibitor exclusive hours where the only session happening at the time is the exhibitor hall. So definitely welcome you to go check that out. We have a research poster session on April 21st with 11 presenters. And then we have a bunch of networking and social events that we'll run through just so you know what to look ahead to. The venue, just running through the venues and where things will take place. The Emerald Conference Center is the main host site. So the Emerald Conference Center is also connected to the Emerald Resort, which many of you likely booked through. It's just a walk away, and that's where the majority of conference sessions will be happening. If you have any sessions that are taking place in a pool, that is also at the Emerald Conference Center. There are a few offsite venues we'll be utilizing. One is the Hyannis Youth and Community Center, which is about a mile away from the conference center, the Emerald Conference Center. We also will have a session out at Nickerson State Park, which is Spalding's host site on the Cape. So we'll be touring their program site. And then a couple of sessions at Oak Ridge School, which is about 30 minutes away. That's where mountain biking will be hosted. Again, most sessions are central to the Emerald Conference Center and then the nearby Hyannis Youth and Community Center. You'll be able to see where sessions are located in the event app, which will launch on Thursday, and again, we'll get to. Just know that when you arrive on site, the first thing you should do is check into the event. Once you check into the event, you're able to participate in any of the event activities or socials. But if you aren't checked in yet, you won't be able to participate. So please just make sure you do that. Our event check-in times are listed on our conference website, which is moveunitedsport.org/EdCon26. There's also a QR code on here. So again, just take a note based on when you're arriving as to when you'll plan to check into the event. Transportation, we fielded several questions around transportation. Attendees are responsible for getting themselves to Cape Cod. So whether that is coming from somewhere in the Northeast and driving or flying into Boston, you will be responsible for getting yourself to Cape Cod, to Hyannis. A couple of options that have been recommended to us by the locals are renting a car, or there's also a bus line that runs directly to Hyannis that individuals can take. Once you are on Cape Cod, We will provide transportation from the Emerald Resort out to any off-site sessions. So if you need that transportation, if you've taken the bus in, we will have an option for you to get to those off-site locations. If you are staying at one of the overflow hotels, there's 4 or 5 overflow hotels nearby. We'll have a couple of shuttle runs running throughout the day, picking up attendees and bringing them to the Emerald Conference Center. Those exact times will be listed out in the event app so you can know when to expect them. If you are driving or have rented a car, though, there is a ton of parking at the Emerald Conference Center, so that should not be a concern. And for the offsite sessions, you're also welcome to drive yourself to those as long as you make it there by the session start. But parking should not be a challenge. All right, a couple of socials to look forward to. We've got lots of fun things going on. The first night, April 20th, Monday, April 20th, which is also Marathon Monday in Boston, we'll have an opening reception. This is open to all attendees who are registered for the event. This will run 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This is a really great opportunity to start meeting other individuals at the conference. Right now, we have just over 400 individuals registered. So great first touch point. We'll have a couple of speakers. We'll have lots of games. We'll have some snacks. It's a great time. It's a great way to kick off the conference before diving into the next few days. We have a second social on the evening of Tuesday, April 21st from 6 to 8. This one is super fun. There's going to be lots of interactive games and sport demos right now with wheelchair basketball, sled hockey, bocce, and more in the lineup. So definitely invite you to attend, welcome you to attend. It's super fun. And again, a great way to build on some connections that you've made in the first or second day of the conference with other attendees. Each day, there are also coffee and networking hours. So on Tuesday, April 21st, we have each day, these hours, the coffee hour is 7 to 8 a.m. Just in the main ballroom, so you can come in, grab coffee, tea, water, and we'll have a light breakfast, sit down, and chat with some of the people you haven't met or that you met the previous day. The first 2 days of these coffee hours will have some structure to the networking. The first on Tuesday, we'll have role-based meetups, so we'll have rooms and spaces set aside for individuals who are in similar roles. And the second day, we'll have regional meetups, so rooms and spaces set aside for individuals who are from similar geographic regions. And then Thursdays are free for all. You've had 2 full days of networking and meeting people. Feel free to sit wherever you want and chat with whoever you'd like to. All right. Our exhibitor hall, I mentioned we have an exhibitor hall running April 21st to 28th. The slide says that we have 27 exhibitors at the event, but we actually have 28 exhibitors. So there'll be a lot to check out. There are lots of equipment vendors, there are resource groups, so lots of great information. And this the photo on this slide is of a snow-go vendor from when we were in Phoenix, Arizona, chatting with some attendees. Throughout the days, April 21st to 23rd, that's when we have backtracking. Tuesday and Thursday, we have 30, 60, and 90-minute sessions that will take place throughout the whole day. There are a couple of different blocks where there will be anywhere between 7 to 10 concurrent sessions happening at a time. Most of these sessions don't require sign up in advance, so you can just show up on a first come, first served basis. If it did require sign up, you'll see in the event app or on the online schedule that you've been able to view that there is a capacity, and you'll be able to see if there is still space in that session. But again, the majority, that's only 6 or 7 sessions. The rest of the 90 plus sessions do not require that advanced sign up. And then a couple people have asked whether they're able to attend sessions in any track, and the answer is yes, absolutely. You can attend any session you'd like as long as there's space. You don't need to stick to one specific track. That just helps guide the narrative throughout the conference in each of those tracks. Another great opportunity to engage with the conference are the roundtable discussions. So on April 21st, during lunch, there are several kind of informal roundtable discussions scheduled with various presenters. So what you can do is grab your lunch in the ballroom, and then you can head over to one of the breakout rooms if any of those topics interest you. Again, they do not require advanced sign up. And then there's a couple of other roundtable discussions interspersed throughout the week. So on the slide here, there's just a photo of two men from a roundtable discussion a couple of years ago at one of our conferences. All right, research poster session. I mentioned this earlier in the presentation, but our research poster session is Tuesday, April 21st, 1:45 p.m. to 2:45 p.m. So if you're interested in research or what's trending in the adaptive sports industry, this is a great opportunity to check it out. We'll have 11 presenters in the hallway who have their research posters displayed and can talk to the research they've done in the field. And you can also look again in the agenda or the event app at which posters are being presented, which topics are being presented, so you can plan ahead on what you'd like to check out. All right, meals are big days. Everybody's gonna be hungry. We have April 18th to the 20th for the pre-conference workshops. Lunch will be provided for any full day workshop. And then we have some snacks at the opening reception. April 21st, we have breakfast, as I mentioned, a light breakfast at the conference center and coffee. Everybody will have access to lunch at the conference center as well. And then at the social that evening, there will be some past appetizers again. April 22nd and 23rd, we have breakfast again at the conference center, like breakfast and coffee, and then we'll have lunch again, but no evening meals. So just please plan accordingly. There is a restaurant at the hotel and then some in the nearby area as well. All right, I've mentioned the event app so many times. The event app is a really important resource to have access to. For this year, the conference app will launch on April 7th. You'll be able to search it by just searching Move United Education. In the app, as an attendee, you'll have the opportunity to build out your profile. You'll be able to see all of the conference sessions and you can customize your schedule. So you can say, I want to go to this session in the first block, I want to go to this session in the second block. So when you refer back to it the next day or later that afternoon, that's going to auto-populate for you. You are able to communicate with other attendees or exhibitors or presenters. You can also view the different sponsors, exhibitors, and speakers who are present at the conference. There is a campus map or conference center map if you're having trouble navigating the conference center. And then another important reason to have the event app downloaded is just that we'll send event notifications through that app. So if there's been a change in the schedule or something to be made aware of, that's where we'll send that message. We'll send out a couple of emails with links to that app, but just know it's an important resource that you'll want to have downloaded before the event. Social media, we definitely encourage you to share your experience through the conference. If you take photos or videos during the conference, please post them. Tag yourselves and not tag yourselves because you'll be posting them, but you can tag Move United, EdCon 26, Spalding Adaptive Sports Centers, any of the presenters or organization presenters with permission, organizations presenting. We'd love to spread the word and bring even more people back the next year. All right, I just did a lot of talking at you. Does anybody have any questions for me? Great. All right. Well, I'll hang around if anybody wants to stay on and has a question. I'll be here for the next few minutes. But otherwise, we're really excited to see you all on Cape Cod. Appreciate you tuning in. And if anything comes up between now and the event, just reach out. All right. Thanks, everyone. All right, Dana. I am going to go ahead and log out. Jennifer, do you have any questions for us? All right, we look forward to seeing you in a week and a half. And if you have any questions, just let us know.